Hello, I'm back. It's me, Megalook3. So, I'm at the lake. Towels that are drying is my backdrop. And I'm gonna make this quick because I want to head back to my family who are right over there watching a beautiful lake and a beautiful sunset with some orange clouds. Yeah, it's really nice. Hopefully, you can't hear them or the fire, but so be it. And I'm not gonna show them because I respect their privacy and they explicitly don't want to be shown on the internet. Makes sense. Turns out us Zoomers are too used to showing everything on the internet, and I agree. And I did what I wanted to today. Uh, I had my phone on me, but a lot of the time didn't touch it, kept it away, read my book, talked to people, went boating, swimming in the lake. It was good. I feel good. Although, out of all of the habits that I have, let's say the 8 main habits I talked about previously: gym, reading, flossing, waking up at 6, talking to a stranger, getting out of my comfort zone, eating a proper meal, breakfast, taking a walk, piano/meditation. Out of those 8, which are my main ones, I did 2, maybe 3. Maybe you could count 3. I don't think you could, but I did flossing. I flossed this morning. I brought my floss and my toothbrush with me just in case I didn't have anything for some reason. And also, I read. I read a bunch. I read my book. It was awesome. Although it was hard because, you know, I was finally off my technology. I was like, yes, I get to read. I love reading. I'm such an avid reader. Ever since I was 6 years old. Let's try to stabilize this a bit. Even though my microphone's bad, doesn't mean my camera has to be shaky. We don't need two terrible things on these YouTube videos. And so I felt really good about reading because I didn't have technology. I was like, yes, I'll make time for myself. Dude, that's such a gigantic mosquito trying to come in. But there were the people I love around me, my family, and so they're trying to talk to me, and I'm like, yeah, I just have this book here, but I'm gonna talk to my brother and stuff and try to connect with him, and my cousins. We played a riddle. I came up with a riddle. So here's the riddle. It's a riddle where you are supposed to ask me yes or no questions, or questions where I have to answer only yes or no, or doesn't matter. If like the question you have is so off track, I could just say doesn't matter, and then you'll be like, okay, I know, I should ask a totally different question. And then you have to decipher the story of what happened in the scenario I'm about to give you. So, scenario, I learned this at camp and it took me an hour, so it's actually difficult. So, in the middle of the desert, there's a dude, and he's naked, laying down on the sand, dead, not alive. Near him are 2 sets of clothing. In the dead man's hand, a piece of straw. And that's it. And then you're supposed to ask questions, and I say yes, no. Like, how did the man die? I can't say yes or no. So you have to be like, did he die from autoerotic asphyxiation? That's not the word. Did he die from choking or heat or whatever, And you have to find out the answer. And the answer is crazy. It's kind of basic. Once you know it, you could, obviously. But it was fun. It took me an hour, and then I stumped my family with it for lunch while we were eating. It was good. I enjoyed rolling around in the water. And I think that's all I want to talk about. I think I want to make this very quick, upload it. I do have other things I learned today, though. I was talking to, a model of mine, a role model. In a lot of ways, she's my mentor. And so we were talking, and I just felt, man, she's so well kept and so disciplined in herself. And like when she says she's gonna do something, she does it, and it's so impressive how she just gets to it. She takes initiative and does things immediately. When when I say an idea like, oh man, I should go get a job, or like, oh, I should should talk to this person more. Like, oh man, I gotta see an advisor or a psychologist one of these days, or like blah 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 blah, or like buy a pair of shoes because my shoes are they're breaking apart or whatever. She's like, okay, what are the steps we have to do to make that happen right now? And she's like, figure it out, and then do it. Plan it out, smart goals, and she just gets it done, and it's impressive. And I definitely want to become someone who can do that, but I don't know. I feel like there's a mental block, and we were trying to figure it out. I mean, I talked about why I feel like a lot of the times, the things she says, obviously they make sense. It's like, obviously you want to do things as soon as possible, and it's like, oh, this thing sounds like a priority. Like, let's say, oh, you need to get your SID number figured out, or something crazy important like that, or your taxes or whatever. It's like, obviously you want to make that a priority and have that right away. But I have like this mental block. I don't know if it's like perfectionism or just like a laziness, which could be a symptom along with procrastination or perfectionism, or I don't know. There's no way of knowing right now. Is this just sometimes I have problems doing the things I want, even though, and I try to tell myself I'm so good, but then I look at people at her and I really do get inspired by it. But it's also difficult because in that case you try to compare yourself to the other person and you're like, damn, I could do so much better, which I try to make inspiring. But it's definitely it can be down-putting when you're like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing what I should be. Yeah, so that can suck. And but I'm also 21, and though some people, whatever, who cares about other people? Everyone is on their own journey in life, and I feel like if I compare myself to where I was a year ago, I'm significantly better off. Sometimes I feel a lot more sad. There's hills and valleys, and I feel like I've reached deeper valleys than I ever have before. But I'm also way better of a person than I was last year, and I'm more confident in myself in many departments. And I found out that I'm incompetent in many departments, which is good because it means that I've recognized weaknesses or areas that I haven't even attempted to improve on, and I can start working on it. And so by this time next year, it's like I'm going to be so much better if I keep doing what I'm doing. It's only going to become exponential growth, and I'll feel good about myself. Is the hope. Yeah. So I'm gonna let that be the end. Thanks for listening. It was short. I kind of like the shorter ones better. Sometimes I feel like I talk too much, but it's good practice, and also I don't want to put myself down. So have a good day. Bye bye.